Hello everyone, today is day 24. Again, this is Friday, and again, this is late night chess time. So today I'm going to play another game, and hopefully the game to gain 5 rating points, because yesterday we gained 7, and that is a slightly better than was expected, so, yeah. All we need is 5 points today. If we reach 2464, we can safely reach 2500 in time, in theory, of course. Now, this is the very much main line. And we simply counter-attack. I just realized my opponent was 2282, that means at least another game today. So, let's prove our strength and try to break him right down with our attack. Now here, I think a5 sooner or later should be played. This is a common move in the King's Indian, even if I don't have my knight over here. The purpose of which is to undermine the queen side and try to stop some counterplay. And this is especially difficult to deal with when your opponent has already played this. Now, the reason I chose to play this move here rather than here, although I understand that it might also work, is that the knight has left his position. Now, he surprisingly actually took, so we can safely take. Now, this pawn is safe. This pawn, of course, is very weak, and we can bring our knight over to target this pawn. And once this pawn drops, this pawn will drop. So in a way, I think we should be in good shape right now. Let's take this, and we're trying to grab this pawn if he takes over here. If he take on c5 directly, however, we might just go for this pawn, and this should be an equal trade. Even if this, we can take, and then take further, and we can block up with our knight, and this should be in good shape. Now, he took, surprisingly. That is actually not expected. And now, can we take is the question. Honestly, I don't see why it's wrong. I know this might be slightly difficult, but after all, we're black and we're playing the King's Indian, and what do you expect from it? So of course, now let's trade. We temporarily have decent control over the game. And rook d1, of course, we can take here. If he took, now, do we take with the pawn or the queen? I think the queen. Now, the idea would be to play this. We will be utilizing our dark square bishop. And considering how my bishops are slightly better than his, I would say my position is slightly better, even though we have equal material. Actually, we're up a pawn. So if we can add some decent pressure, this should be a nice position. Now, of course, we can go for a trade. It will be advantageous for us during phases of the game where we are slightly better in material and evidently on the move here. Because of there, I think there might be some slight issues. Bishop d2 makes a lot of sense. I guess we should just retreat. Why not? If we try to slide over, first of all, there's no squares. If I try to, like, make it look like my move actually did something, it's actually going to run into some problems, you know? So after which he played rook f to e1. Interesting move. Now, of course, we should develop. We should target this knight. And I think this is a decent position for us still. If we can't get rid of this knight, we can't really prove our advantage over here. And pretty soon we might be trying to play something like this, but there's that. But now he moved his bishop, which is good news in a way. Wait, let's take, considering we are attacking the queen. The less material there are, the better. Now he took with the queen. Now, we could go here, attack these two bishops. If takes, we can take. Looks good. If here, he can move his queen away, so I think rook f4 would be a winning tactic. Let's go for it. It would seem that my opponent, unfortunately, missed this threat. Actually, he can just retreat his queen, because my knight is also hanging. In which, I guess we would reach our goal of pushing our pawn down. Looks decently nice. So we can take, he's going to take here, and after which we can keep on adding pressure. We can push further. And of course, we are also winning this pawn, which undoubtedly is a promising position. We're 2 pawns up, and we should be okay. King safety-wise, and now, let's keep the tension. Let's just keep it like this. Let's try to run our king over. I guess there's queen b3. That's really disgusting. I don't see a move apart from this. So I guess now perhaps something like h5 will work, and we can hide our king over here. h6 perhaps also. I don't really know. And actually, there's queen a2. A bearable situation. Pawn structure is slightly inferior. Oh, that does not. That's not expected. I mean, here he doesn't threaten anything. Of course, he won't take. He can't even take. But now what? Now what? I don't really understand why he played this move. Honestly, very strange. So he played h4. I don't see a reason not to take. And now, if we can deal with king safety matters, we can win. Now, first of all, there is no checks yet, so let's create our own little threat. if we can chase the king out, of course, there's some way to checkmate. That's like natural wisdom. There's simply no way this doesn't work. Apparently now he played f3. Interesting move. Now, how do we win? Let's first go here. Pin him, ensure there's no bishop moves like that. And there's simply no way for him to attack me. Let's see how he will respond. Okay, so he resigned. We got 4 points from it. Let's decide. So now we have 24-63. Since today's it's already pretty late, so I'll call it an end here. I'll see tomorrow. We will make up for this 1 point tomorrow. We'll try to reach 24-70. And of course, ideally, we are to reach our rating goal. Let us play some more interesting chess. Bye.